engineer.
I want to be a filmmaker.
I want to become an entrepreneur.
Now I become an RN.
I'm a healthcare professional.
I want to be a successful businessman.
Hello and welcome to Future here on Fullerton College Television. My name is Stevenson, and today we'll be having a fellow Hornet share with us why they chose their major and how that will benefit their future. Here with us is Emily. How are you doing today, Emily?
Hi, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing well. So please tell us, what is your major?
So I'm a studio arts major. I'm getting my associate's degree in that. Then I'm transferring over to Cal State Fullerton with entertainment arts and animation.
Okay, have you always enjoyed arts?
Yeah, definitely. It's always been like a side hobby, like just kind of keep me busy, but it was never anything I was super like serious about until I got to college.
Okay, so college is when you decided that you wanted to officially become an art major.
Yeah, definitely.
But like, why art of all the majors? Like, what stood out about art to you?
It's just something I really enjoyed doing. It's kind of that saying where it's like, you don't work a day in your life if you enjoy your job. And I definitely don't enjoy being in school. So I'm just like, okay, if I'm going to go to school, I want to spend hours a day doing something I enjoy, which is art. So, yeah.
And then what do you plan on doing with your art major?
I'm hoping somewhere, because Southern California is full of tons of opportunities for a lot of movies or TV and stuff like that. So I'm hoping to do animation with either of those.
Okay. And then, so are your inspirations usually animation inspiration people, or?
No, actually. I'm really into oil painting and stuff, or a lot of it comes from album cover artworks. Like Circa Survive is one of my favorite bands, and funny enough, my favorite oil painter is the one who does their album covers. His name's Aseo Andrews, and he's based out of LA. He has a studio down here.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Do you want to go meet him someday and tell him, like, I want to be just like you?
Maybe. I don't know how I would act. Like, it's kind of the whole celebrity thing where people either freak out or they're just like, oh, hey, what's up? So, I don't know. It would have to be in the moment to see how that would happen. But
Okay. So, is your major in art part of your long-term plans for the future?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I wouldn't be pursuing it as a degree if it wasn't. So,
Do you have any alternatives to your major?
I'm just going to keep an open mind going in because it's such a big job field with art. It's very competitive, but there's a lot of different opportunities to take with it. So I'll just kind of take what comes at me, but kind of steer more towards the film part.
Oh, okay. And so I know how much you enjoy art, I can tell, but has this been a difficult road for you?
Yeah, definitely. Financially, it's kind of the stereotype where starving college, like art student. So it's been a lot of working, 2 jobs and stuff, and I don't really get financial aid. So yeah, it's been a lot of work.
Oh, okay. But so through all of that, what do you enjoy most about art?
It's always a finished product. Like, no matter how frustrated I get with it, afterwards, it's just like, yeah, I did that. It took me like 25 hours to do that, but I did that kind of thing.
And then, so are any of your products in the art gallery here at Fullerton College?
No, this is the first year I submitted anything for my life drawing class, so it was like, it's the stereotypical, they had like the nude model in the middle and you draw them. So I took 2 out of that class, but they didn't make it in the semester because we have a lot of really good artists here, so I'm not even offended that I'm not in there.
Yeah, it's just like taking the classes. And speaking of that, what classes have you taken here that have been like your favorite so far?
I've taken a lot. I really enjoyed my life drawing, like not at first because I wasn't very good at it. I'm just like, well, fine, I don't want to do this. I don't want to show up. But then later, like once you stick to it, you get better like any other skill. So I really enjoyed that one. I really enjoyed my 2D design, which was more of kind of like a free do what you want kind of class. As long as you stick to like some guidelines, you didn't really care what you did. So that was fun. And I also started taking an oil painting class, and I'm used to working in acrylics, so it was cool doing a different medium and learning my skills in there.
Yeah, so do you apply the same skills that you learn in like 101 to all your other classes, or is it completely different?
I actually never took Art 101. It's actually not a requirement for art majors.
Well, it's kind of funny. It's like you think it would be.
Yeah, I think we just kind of get enough from everything else that there's like, you don't need 101. That's fine. That's for regular people.
Okay, so are you the first in your family to attend college? Actually, let's come right back to that after this short commercial break. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Future. I'm Stephanie Stevenson here with Emily, talking to her about her chosen career path here at Fullerton College and what steps she's taken along the way. So back to our question about your family. Are you the first in your family to go to college?
No, both my parents went over here to Azusa Pacific.
And would you say that they're very supportive in your decision to go to college?
Yeah, they don't really support me financially, but they're just happy I'm here and I'm getting a degree in something. So yeah.
What do they think about art majors? Because I know there's that stereotype that art majors don't make a lot of money at first. How do they feel about that?
They're cool. They know like that's just what I'm gonna do. I'm a very hard-headed person when it comes to like my career path. So they're just like, okay, it's something. You're going to college. I know you enjoy doing it. And I think like my dad is definitely more supportive because he did communications. He likes to joke and say he majored in football because he was a linebacker. And so he's like, he works as like a salesperson. And he's like, yeah, that's something I really wanted to do. I didn't think past college. I just thought of like getting a degree, getting a job. And he's like, you're kind of thinking more in the future and you're doing things that you want to do later in life.
Yeah, you're pursuing the major that you actually want to pursue.
Yeah.
So was art your first choice for a major?
No, I was actually a voice major. And I was a total choir nerd in high school. I was in like 4 different classes. I was the top 20 in my high school. And I got to go to Europe because of that. And then just when I came here, it just wasn't the same, using a different director and stuff. It was just a little different. I realized I might have just liked the vibe of my classroom and my other schoolmates and my choir teacher then. And then once it's not exactly the same, you're just like, oh, I don't really have the passion. I just kind of enjoyed the environment.
So when you were in Europe, would you still like look at the art there and be so inspired by it?
Yeah, but I didn't appreciate it as much. Like the one that really got me was I saw Botticelli's Birth of Venus, and it's humongous. Like it's at least the side of the building, like humongous. It's gorgeous. I was just like, oh my God, this is so cool. I get to see this. And most people don't get to see that stuff in their entire lifetime. Most people don't even leave the country.
Yeah, we see a picture of it, and that's all we get to see.
Exactly.
But so what job field do you plan on entering with art?
I really want to do movie making, either animation or special effects makeup or set design or anything. Just as long as it's something with film or movies, I'd be pretty content.
Oh, okay. So even with art, you like to apply that to film?
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay. So do you plan on becoming well known in your field?
It'd be nice, yeah. I feel like that's what most people want to do, but then again, like, can you name any animators off the top of your head kind of thing?
Probably not.
Exactly. So if it's within my little, like, what's the right word? Like, group, like, I can't think of the word, I'm sorry, of my colleagues and stuff that I'm well known, and then I'd be happy with that. But most people, like, they don't know animators, or most directors, unless it's like Steven Spielberg or something like that.
Yeah, unless you're like one of the top 5.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as your name's on the credits, they'll be happy.
Exactly, yeah.
So are you happy where you are now in your life?
Most definitely. I feel very successful for a 20-year-old.
So what have you done so far that makes you feel this way?
I've just moved into my very first house. Granted, we're renting it, but it's an actual house instead of like a crappy little apartment. So I'm really happy with that. And it's right here, and I can just walk to school. And I do most of my finances myself. I pay for school myself. So yeah.
Yeah, time to be a grown-up in college.
Yeah, it all came really fast and all at once, but you kind of roll with the punches when you have to.
No, yeah, I know what you mean. So is there anything that you wish you could change so far in your life?
No, not really. It's been pretty dramatic the last year, but everything's happened for a reason, and I am where I am because of that. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. I wouldn't change anything.
So what would you give any advice to aspiring artists?
Just go for it, even with all your doubts where, oh, I may not have a job or it's not a good major. Just go for it. If it's what makes you happy, you just got to do it.
Yeah, and especially you seem very happy in this.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you for coming on the show with us and sharing your wise words. You inspire future and current students everywhere. This has been another encouraging episode of Future. Your future is right there in front of you. You just have to make the right step forward. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time here on FCTV. Take care.